Hi everyone, this is Clare Costello from United Youth Theater, and I have some super exciting news for you today. So, obviously we have had to halt all in-person rehearsals and classes and lessons for the time being, but we were trying to figure out some online content that we could offer to every kid in our community. So Drake and I racked our brains to figure out a way for us to continue collaborating, making, and creating art together. And so we've come up with this little format where we're going to be releasing small videos once a week that will have us doing crafts that we're going to do in camps and classes. We're going to be doing dances from past shows. We are going to be teaching our favorite vocal warm-ups and vocal techniques, and so much more. We are so excited to share this with you. For our first video micro lesson, which is what we're going to call these, we are going to do a craft that we're actually going to feature in our junior intensive this summer, and that is jellyfish. This year, for our junior intensive, we are going to be doing a short show called The Journey of the Noble Gnarble. Now, this show is about this little narble, which is a fictional type of fish, who lives at the bottom of the ocean, has a dream to see the sky. So, the Noble Gnarble takes a journey from the bottom of the ocean to the top to see the sky, and he meets all these crazy different types of fish. There are fictional fish, there are real fish, and so we're hoping to sort of convey the fishiness of everything with creative costuming, big puppets, small puppets, and one of the easiest things for us to do are these jellyfish. So obviously we're gonna be making two different types, and I'm going to do my best to show you how to do those. So now that I've switched up the angle so you guys can see what's happening in front of me, we are going to make two different types of jellyfish, like I said. The first one we're going to do are the cup jellyfish. So what you're going to need is a plastic or paper disposable cups. You'll also need some glue, just regular white Elmer's glue, whatever you have on hand, you can use that. And then next up is stingers. Now here's the thing, you can use a lot of different things for stingers. I'm primarily gonna be using streamers. They're just really nice, light, they don't heavy, they're not gonna take that long to dry with the glue. But some other things that I've brought that you can use lying around your house, leftover Valentine's Day tissue paper, like gift wrapper bins. And like I said, something that's lightweight, something that's not gonna take too long to dry. All right, and then the last things that you're going to need are a pair of scissors. Kids' safety scissors are fine. I'm just using my crafting scissors. And the last two things are optional, and that is acrylic paint and a paintbrush. All right, so step one, you take whatever you're gonna use your stinger for your stingers, and you wanna stretch it out to, not stretch it out, but you wanna lay it out at least 8 to 10 inches. You can go more, you can go less, it's not a big deal, but you don't want anything long enough that's gonna like trail weird, and you don't want anything too short. So I'm gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna do it right about here. My ribbon. And what I'm gonna do with this, and you can do this with whatever you're using, I'm gonna cut some the same length. All right, so step two, you're going to take your cup. Here's mine right here. You're gonna put it so that the opening's towards you. You're going to take your glue. So what you're going to do is you're gonna take your glue and you're just gonna put little dots where you want those stingers to be. Don't worry too much about placement in terms of it being too high or too low, because you can always shift it around before it dries. All right, so there you go. Next, what you're going to do is you are going to place the stingers inside the cup. So we're gonna start with this buddy right here. You're just gonna put it onto that little glue dot that you did. There you go. So we're gonna let that dry for a second, but if your ribbons are kind of hopping out, that's totally okay, happens to me too. What I do is I just take a little piece of paper, this streamer paper, the tissue paper, whatever, and I just kind of put it over as a, just sort of to reinforce it. So the next step is you're going to take a look at your jellyfish. You're gonna flip them from this way to this way. And you're going to look at the length of your tentacles. Now mine are all pretty much the same length and they're pretty long. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to vary the length a little bit so that they're all a little bit different. And yeah, that's how I like it. So, all right, next up, it's to decorating. Now, I am not the greatest decorator when it comes to things, and I tend not to think things out, but for today I'm going to try my best to show you guys different designs that you can do that I think look good. So we're gonna start off with some polka dots. I am using almost a watercolor brush, but it's okay. So we're going to take some purple, and you're just gonna make little polka dots and vary them around a little bit. I'm putting my cup like this so that you guys can see sort of what I'm doing, but how I prefer to paint it is up like this so that you don't roll over. So I continue. While we wait for that to dry, we are going to do my second type of jellyfish, which is the paper plate one. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a paper plate. You could probably use a plastic, like disposable one, maybe styrofoam, but I'm using paper because it's so much easier to cut through. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna kinda wanna eyeball it and cut about 1/3 off. You don't want it to be half because then it'll be kind of a small jellyfish, but see, there we go. So instead of using streamers this time, I'm going to use just plain old gift wrap paper. You can use scissors to cut it, but I have a paper cutter so that I can get nice even strips or nice straight lines. So we got our tissue paper cut. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna make them a little bit shorter just like I did. I'm gonna sort of vary the lengths. So then what you're gonna do is you're going to take your 2/3 cut paper plate. You're gonna put it like that, same as before. Then, as you did before, you're going to kind of lift it up and see how you like it. I actually really like it. I'm just going to trim this length right here, just a little bit like that, and voila. Let's do this right there. Boop. And there you go. There's your undecorated jellyfish. So what you do next, if you want to, is you decorate your jellyfish like I did before. I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in with my paintbrush. Some paint. Once you're finished, your jellyfish should look like this. Like I said, we are going to feature this craft in our junior intensive Journey of the Noble Gnarble. Music should be playing right now. I really, really like the show. I really like the message of trying hard to reach your goal despite what people tell you. And the music's a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of fun dancing and everything. So that's it for me this week. I hope you guys enjoyed our first micro lesson. It was pretty simple. We wanted to start off simple for you guys, but next week we have Drake, who's going to be teaching us a dance from a show, and I'm super excited, and I know I'm going to be dancing at home. During this time of social distancing, it's really, really easy for us to get into these slumps where we don't create and we don't make anymore, and for me, I want to do that, and so I'm hoping that this will be a way for us all to connect and collaborate and create art together while we're in this waiting period. So let us know what you think down in the comments, give us a like, follow us on Facebook. Like I said, these will be coming out every single Friday at noon. And also, oh my gosh, please send me pictures of your jellyfish if you make some. I would really love that. We would love to feature them in the next video as a little thing. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend and stay healthy, stay safe, and thanks for being a part of the UYT team. Bye.